So today we're going to talk about the new GS66 Stealth 10UE gaming laptop from MSI. Holy smokes, the quality of this laptop is unbelievable. MSI has seriously stepped up their game. Got an all metal body, doesn't feel cheap, there's no cheap plastics anywhere, it's really sturdy, feels like it can take a drop. I'm going to do a full review on this unit. We're going to talk about the gaming, sound levels and temps. I'm going to show you how to upgrade this machine. So stick around if you guys are interested in this particular laptop because I will be covering everything. And if you do have a question along the way, do not hesitate to subscribe and leave a comment down below. Let's go ahead and do an unboxing and take a look at the device. Pretty modest unboxing, quick start guide, warranty information, hotkey recovery. MSI wants you to know it cares about its products and that they stand by them. Contact them if you guys are having any trouble. Be sure to register your device to redeem its warranty. Under certain lighting conditions, the logo disappears or becomes difficult to view. Most likely they didn't want the device to be too flashy, and they wanted the logo to represent that. I can respect that. I like the thin and light design. It comes with a cloth to clean the screen. It somewhat works for cleaning smudges, but really, this machine is a smudge magnet. That's after I wash my hands. It has a magnetic enclosure, but what will really surprise you is how far back you can bend the screen. It has a 180-degree angle for the positioning of the screen. This is quite rare to find in a laptop, but there appears to be a slight defect in this model, so I'll be contacting MSI for help. The right side of the hinge is defective and partially clips the laptop because it's too close to itself. Upon opening and closing of the machine, it's not a deal breaker, but it could be worse over time, which is why I have to let MSI know. Do you guys also have the same issue, or is this just me? Machine performs really well in gaming tests for GTA 5, Rust, CSGO, and Overwatch. Love the look of this machine. The machine features the 3000 series RTX graphics chips. I've selected the 3060, which is 30% faster than the 2060. In all of my games, I can max out the graphics. Very happy about that. It also has a 10th gen Intel processor that I can turbo boost to 5.3 GHz, which is awesome. The performance is just phenomenal. We have an auxiliary jack, USB-C 3.2, USB-A, Ethernet, an exhaust vent on the side and on the rear for a total of 4 of them. Outlet plug, a Thunderbolt, HDMI, and another USB-A port, and a microphone. Overall, it has a very square, blocky look and feel to it. It's nice and simple, and I like it. The other thing that really surprised me here was the screen. I had always used a 120Hz screen, and I didn't think 240Hz would really make much of a difference. Well, guess what, guys? You can actually feel the difference in games. My KDR and hit scan improved on this display. It's a standard RGB IPS panel, so the colors are very accurate, and the refresh rate makes it a joy to use. The trackpad uses Microsoft's precision drivers, and it's very fluid. It's good software and hardware. I just wish it was double hinged, so you can get tactile feedback from the upper click. The keyboard is good, it performs. It's a SteelSeries per key RGB. It's not as good as the beefy gaming laptops like Alienware Area 51M, first gen, but it's better than the Razer keyboards, which feel mushy to me. It's good enough for me, and I usually plug in a keyboard anyway like the Razer Ornata Chroma. The machine still runs hot, especially since it's metallic. The whole thing turns hot, more hot than most plastic laptops. I purchased this MSI gaming laptop from Best Buy, which, by the way, isn't a bad place to get a machine. They offer a 14-day return policy and even longer during holidays, and you get extended returns if you shop there frequently. So which machine are you guys thinking about getting? Leave a comment down below in the comment section here and we'll talk about it. Are you still considering MSI, or are you thinking about possibly a different machine? I really want to have a discussion with you guys about that. The red markers is for the hidden screw. I used an iFixit Pro Tech toolkit. At the heart of the toolkit, 64 steel screwdriver bits to service all your tech. The Pro Tech toolkit has everything. I actually bought this RAM on my own and then was contacted by Team Group to review the T-Force DDR4 Zeus gaming RAM. Here you have it. This is my go-to RAM for gaming and content creation. It's also the best price I could find. Links will be in the description. We have a moderately efficient cooling system. It means it's average. I have certainly seen better. Can't expect the best cooling. Machines like the Area 51M will have much better cooling, but this is almost Ultrabook form factor, and because of this, I'd say it does well in its class. The dual channel RAM setup is certainly better than the single RAM, single fan Acer Nitro, although I'm sure by now they have addressed that cooling fan. Still, it was the cheapest available machine for a while. These two RAM sticks are protected by a plastic film that must stay to protect the RAM from colliding into the back panel. There are two M.2 SSD slots. Sadly, no SATA. We have our Wi-Fi 6 card, which is up to 3 times faster. This has the maximum legal limit for a battery on a flight, 99 watt-hour. Gaming on a battery about 2 to 6 hours depending on the intensity of the game, 7 hours of web browsing at 50% brightness. The speakers sound like a tin can. This isn't MacBook where you get 20 hours battery life and the best speakers money can buy. Upgrade only if you have less than 16 gigabytes of RAM. For gaming, 16 gigabytes is perfect. Let's upgrade the RAM. Push the metal arms that hold the RAM in place away from the origin, like so. See the metal arm holding it in place? Then pull the RAM out. Grip on the edge, do not come in contact with anything but the board. Don't touch the transistors or anything else. It's important not to get oils on the RAM. Then, insert your new RAM by lining up the notch. Here we are. That's how you upgrade the RAM. Then do the same on the other RAM sticks. Insert diagonally, then push down on top of the metal arms to clip them automatically into place. To upgrade your storage drives, there's one screw. Then lift the drives up diagonally and pull the stick of RAM out. You might find that in this machine there's a thermal pad holding the NVMe drive in place. You might have to pull somewhat hard to loosen the thermal pad and disconnect the drive. This one also had this shield on top of it. Don't forget to reapply both once they are removed. Storage drives are almost always Samsung or Intel. Now, if you can opt for machines with Samsung because they have better reliability for the same cost. What can I say? Gaming on here has been flawless. There really weren't any times when I thought the RTX 3060 wouldn't be able to run right. In fact, its 30% increased performance was already on top of a good performing 2060. If you guys haven't yet played Grand Theft Auto 5, you absolutely have to play this game. It's so much fun. Also, I've been wanting to play the online version. If any of you want to play this game, hit me up on Steam and I'll leave a link in the description. This 3060 RTX is good, but don't overestimate what you need. The older models of these machines have the 1060 or the 1050 Ti. These are also great machines. You don't need to spend lots of money on a machine. Now that things are starting to open up again, you might start seeing an increase in used laptops. I'll post the 5 best deals I can find in the description, and if you want to challenge them, see if you can find something better. I use an Indaba USB hub for extra USB ports. I voided a laptop stand to position the screen to proper height. These only slightly reduce the back pain and slouch. For that I use yoga. Make sure to always use proper posture while using a PC. For the graphical settings, I maxed everything out except for VSync because it causes system lag and anti-aliasing because it's a slight performance hit. I'd rather just see the crisp 1080p natively.
GS66 Stealth.
That's right, hoping that the YouTube AI actually knows what I'm talking about here. My favorite game, Natural Selection 2. Competitive FPS RTS hybrid. Aliens and Marines are fighting for resources and space to expand. The team that gets the most resources and kills tends to win. There's quite a bit of strategy in this game. Aliens evolve as they get more resources, and as they get stronger, the Marines tech up by buying heavy weapons, getting mech suits and jetpacks. This game is so competitive that I have fought it with 6 of my Steam friends, and not a single one actually likes playing it. Too much skill and not enough grind for people. The first version of this game was a Half-Life mod, and I had to build a whole new PC just to play it. It was more graphically intensive than any other games at the time, and it has huge emphasis on team play. Without the team, you can't win. Everyone has a mic, and you don't need a Discord, so both teams bootstrap their way to success, compensating for people's weaknesses and bringing out the best in people. Some teams argue, and guess what? This is a social game, and the skill levels are so varied it makes for an interesting game every single time. This is the Builder Healer. He's a bit slow, but very helpful. The Fade is fast and gets all the kills. Protects the resources and life ones. At the end, there's stats and graphs that show how well each team did, so you can compare your performance. Rust is fun for the emergent gameplay. You never know who you're going to meet and under what circumstances. The people in this game are so funny. The game is full of comedians. Rust has every single game inside of itself. Anything you can think of, Rust will most likely allow you to do it. In Rust, you build societies, make your own clans, learn new lands, compete and make allies, explore the post-apocalyptic wilderness, and leftover cities. This game that simulates executions lets you build your own computers, make your own machines. In the beginning, you start out as a primitive caveman and go all the way to build your own fortress, town, and kingdom.
A bunch of dead bodies.
Whoa, now this is a classic. I've been playing Counter-Strike since 1999. Its gameplay is so old, and perhaps that's why it's so good and hasn't changed much. I miss my shields in the real-time economy system. People just kept buying the AK and the price was like 6,000 USD. People actually ended up using different guns. The economy system was removed, and now we have this kid gambling system. All about the skins. Now we have 10x the number of hackers.
Damn, I got an opt.
It's Overwatch, the game I never really played. Pretty much skipped this game. I had about 300 hours in Team Fortress 2, and I think I've had enough Team Fortress 2 clones for now anyway. Although I do like how intense this game feels, there's really not much besides this combat. If I want the game to be intense, I got plenty of other games, especially games like NS2. So I'm not a super big fan of this one, but it's still fun to film. And as you can see, you get about 70 frames per second. Not too bad.
It's always this guy. Seriously. Like, is it ever anybody else?
Yeah, there really hasn't been a perfect machine for me. I'm still basically searching. I am a huge fan of the Razer Blades, but they have these horrible mushy keyboards that I'm, just not a fan of, and that's why I gotta plug this bad boy in, which is funny enough made by the same company, a Razer company. But yeah, Alienware 1M, great machine, really like it. But it's just out of everybody's budget, unless you get it used. And I checked their website, and it's like they don't even have that many configurations of it anymore. So, but we are coming out of the pandemic now, so you should be able to pick something eventually. Just keep your eyes peeled. Used deals are still like the way to go, I think, and especially the entry-level laptops that MSI and Acer makes. They're just unbeatable value. They may not have the best build quality, but don't underestimate these entry-level machines. They actually still work pretty good. All right, guys, comment, like, subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next video.